How's everybody doing today? This is DJ with One Time Outdoors, and I wanted to show you a couple budget options today. So, it's soon becoming camping season. The weather's starting to get nicer, and more people are going outside camping and backpacking, or just wanting to spend time outside. And I just got this tarp in maybe a week ago, but I've had 3 of these same exact tarps, and I have ended up either selling them to people that needed a tarp or giving them. I actually gave 2 away and sold 1, but it's a great tarp, and I've used them probably a year now and haven't had any issues. So let me back off the stuff sack. It's a little kit that you get. Okay, so you get a little thank you card. The company is Gold Armor. You get 6 of these very bright greenish yellow cords. They all have little slide locks on them. You also get a bag with 4 aluminum Y-shaped tent pegs, sorry. And another thing I really like about this stuff sack is you can either roll it or fold the tarp up and put it in there, or you could just stuff it in there and it fits. One thing I hate about custom gear is most people that get custom gear are looking for super small and ultra light. So the makers, make the stuff sacks to just fit whatever the stuff sack's for. And it's got to be, most of the time folded up properly to put in there. And I hate doing that, because when I'm backpacking, I just want to stuff it and go. And then once I get home, then I'll put everything away the right way. But so here's this monster tarp, and this tarp is 13 foot long, 10 foot wide. And what I love about this tarp is you have these Beastie Ds that come on all the tie outs. Sorry about that. I don't know if that got cut out or not, but sorry about that. I was getting a call. But so yes, here's the tarp, and like I said, it comes with the 6 very bright cords, and they're actually decent cords. They're not the best, but they work, and you don't have to replace them right away. So that, some of the cords you get, they're just garbage and not even worth putting on the tarp. But these actually hold up fairly well, and they work great at night. So anyway, sorry, you have tons of tie out, points. There's every 12 inches, there's a tie out. And this tarp can be set up in so many different ways. And they have so many different colors. You can get this camo, you can get black, blue, orange, gray, OD green, coyote brown, so many different colors. Now I had the camo and the green. They're the only ones I had. And the green is actually pretty much this color right there. But here's another thing that I really like about this tarp is whenever I get a custom tarp made, I get side panel pullouts. So that way with my bridge hammock or just having a hammock, I have, the room, see how it's pulled out under there? So it's, makes it wide open. And you can do that with these pulls. Okay, and if you are not as savvy as I am, you can buy these custom made, I don't know the exact name, but the person that makes them, her name's Anna Marie, and she owns a small cottage business, Autumn Ultralight. She does fantastic work. She pretty much does everything. She makes hammocks, all different kinds of, anything spliceable she can make. And also hammocks, and I believe some other things too. Stuff sacks, ridgeline organizers, and I'm sure there's more. She also designed a titanium hammock buckle that's really nice. Eventually I will get a set to be able to test out, but so yeah, and these were cheap. For I think all four, it was like $20 shipped, maybe even cheaper. But yeah, so I highly recommend this tarp. And the best part about this tarp is it's $40. $40 shipped if you have Amazon Prime. I want to say it's like $39, but I mean, it's a great deal. And I have custom made tarps. I've had so many different tarps, and honestly, this tarp is good for the beginner, the professional, pretty much anyone. And me personally, I like a bigger tarp. I like something to be able to store all my gear in, and if I need to cook in it, that's fine, Plus, I do most of my backpacking and camping in the winter months. So, with this being a 13-foot tarp, I will show you a little trick. Plus, with all the tie-outs, let me set the camera down. If you move your lines back sorry, I'm terrible with knots. That's one thing I need to learn is, better knots. But if you move this back, your stake back. Just put it for right there for now. Come do the same thing on this side. Now, what you can do is, make sure this is in. Get a, a small piece of string or this is actually just weed whacker string that was in the yard, but it'll do for now. Now you have a tarp that has doors on it for less than $60. And I mean, you would have to adjust it better than what I did. Adjust up here. And you can also do the same thing, back on this side and close them doors. And with it being 13 foot long, from the end to the end, you'll still have room for your hammock to be in there and closed, buttoned up tight. So that's why, me personally, I love this tarp. And I feel bad because I'm really good friends with a couple of the tarp makers and cottage vendors out there, but I also want people to know that there are great deals out there. And I know a lot of the Amazon tarps are garbage. I know that. Believe me, I've had my fair share of cheap Chinese crap. But I have to say, this is a quality tarp. And for the money, you can't get any better. I'm sorry to say that, but it's true. So, I appreciate everybody watching, and if you're interested, I will put a link to this tarp in the description box below. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I will pause the video, take the ties off and untie it, and show you how easy it is to get it in a stuff sack. Before I take the tarp down, I just wanted to show you, especially since I talked about them, how easy these are. So these will work with a stick or your trekking poles, and you just take this and slide it. It's a little hard to do with one hand, but it's it's easy enough to do. And then this is just a piece of like Dyneema cord, I guess, or something. She's got like a closed end here, so it gives you, you know, a spot to pull. And then down here, let me show you better. Hold on, sorry. So it's just like lark's headed with a loop, and then this is what, you know, you just take it like that, put it in your trekking pole or your stick, and then this side has a loop spliced into the end. Let me set this down. I hate watching people's videos where they're like super shaky like that. I'm sorry. So this side has the loop. Make sure you can see that. Spliced in. And then all you do is you run it through your Beastie D or your, you know, Grow Grain loop. Put it through. And then you stick this end right here through. Pull it. Pull everything through. And then there you go. Tightens down. But yeah, these are great. And, you know, they'll work for any pull out, even if you have a, you know, custom made tarp that has the side panel pulls. You know, you can use these for them. She does amazing splicing work. So anything you need spliced, definitely check her out. She does have a website, Autumn Ultralight. So yeah, so I'm going to leave them on the tarp. They'll stay on there permanently. And this tarp, you know, I guess because it's 13 foot end to end, it has 3 tie-out points in the middle that I just had wrapped around. But let me, you know, untie everything and then I'll bring it back. Alright, so I'll show you how easy it is to get it in the stuff sack now. So I grabbed the 2 ends, fold them, grab the other one that was in the middle there, bring the middle to the 2 ends, fold it again. You can either fold or roll. I just roll it. Then your lines, and just wrap if if you leave your lines on your tarp, you can wrap, or you can untie your lines depending on how you do it. Most of my tarps, I usually just take the lines off my tarp, but so I don't know. Usually, maybe I roll it tighter usually because there's a lot more room left over, but or they, you know, change the diameter of the stuff sack, because I thought there used to be a lot more room. Now the camo was out of stock for a couple months. That's why I ended up getting the green one, because as soon as the camo would come in, it would sell right out. But and here's also your stakes. And I am adding this extra cord so that way if I need it, I have it. It's there. Or if I want to make doors and close them, I'll have the cord. So that's everything. Now, I will let you know the exact material. I'm not 100% sure. It is some type of like checkered pattern or rip stop, I'm guessing. So I was wrong. This is actually made in California, not China. So, even better. So, I highly recommend the tarp. Another thing I was wrong, it's not 13 foot, it's 12 foot. Now I gotta check, because I could have swore it was 13 foot. Well, I will definitely be doing another video with better information. Sorry about that, everyone, but I am going to post this video, and I will put the link in, like I said, but please check back in a couple of days, and I will do a review, a better review with all the specs, even the weight on the tarp. I mean, it's not heavy at all. With the stakes, the line, and everything, I would say maybe a pound and a half for everything. And that, I could be wrong, you know, but it's not heavy at all. Yes, it's heavier than my custom-made tarp, but I also have the stakes in here, and those lines are a little heavier than, well, they're a lot heavier than the, you know, the thin dynamo cords I have on mine and all that. But this was, you know, 5 times cheaper. But definitely, you know, if you like the tarp, get it. It's a great tarp, and I do recommend it. If you don't like it, don't get it. But I'll say it again, for the money, you can't go wrong. So, thank you for watching, everybody. As always, God bless you, and be safe, and have a blessed day.